Back in the kitchen, I have a pot on the stove here with some boiling water and some salt, and I'm going to add 2 packs of the large shells. Put this here, another pack. So I do 2 packs because this is also for lunch tomorrow. So guys, our pasta is boiling. It is al dente, or I guess soft enough that you can chew it. It's not hard anymore, so we're going to strain this out and then we're going to start our recipe. So pasta is strained, so it's in the strainer still, and we'll just let this drain and then we're going to prepare our ingredients to start our meal. Guys, my version of comfort food involves macaroni, right? Any kind of macaroni. You can use shell, you could use elbow, you can use the twist, you could use regular macaroni and just break it up, and then we're going to mix it with some veggie, we're going to mix it with some sausage, we'll do some eggs, and then we compiling everything together. So in this wok here, I have on the heat already, medium heat, and we're going to add some oil to this, and then I'm going to saute some aromatics. Then we're going to do our veggie, to do the egg in. So I usually fry my egg first and then I add it to the pasta with the veggies and stuff. I have some onions, some garlic, a piece of pepper, and some thyme in here, and I'm going to add it now to my oil. So aromatics are going, guys. It's going. Alright, so the onions, we're getting a nice smell in here. And now we're going to add in the pimentos. So we just added in our pimentos, guys. And now we're going to add in our carrots in here. So the carrots will cook a little. And then you'll do your sweet peppers. So we added our carrots in here, guys. And I just let them just cook on a little slow heat in the wok. Right. It just smells so good inside here. Now I'm going to add in our sausage and our salami that I had sliced, so that all of that is going in here. So you're just letting everything cook and come together nicely, the flavor. Then we will add our salt, our black pepper, our all-purpose seasoning. I'll also add some paprika to this too, guys, and we will add a little oregano in here. So it gives a nice little flavor. It's more like a Italian kind of flavor that you'll be getting with this pasta. So guys, we're going to add in our salt. So I'm just going to do a little bit of salt because, as I said, we usually do salt because it has the sausage and stuff, so we're not going to do too much salt in your meal, because you don't want your meal to be salty, right? So we're going to add in a little black pepper in here. Just a little bit. We're going to add in some paprika, right, just to give it a little color. A little oregano in here as well, just a little bit. And I'm adding in a little ginger powder, guys, a little bit of the ginger powder. Now all these are cheap that I'm using, and then my all-purpose is my Maggi all-purpose. Right? So we're just going to give this a nice toss. Now in this pot I have the egg that is frying, again on slow heat. Just want the eggs to come nice, and then we'll break this egg apart. Just breaking it apart with this spoon. You want your eggs to cook right through, okay? Sweet peppers, guys. I have red and green sweet peppers in there that I've cut up, and I'm just going to add it. So anytime you have like a piece of veggie remaining, like carrots and piece of sweet pepper, you have sausages, you have anything that is left over and you want to use it up before it goes back, this is a great way to use your leftover veggies. You just put it with a pasta, and, or as I say, macaroni, any one of the macaroni. You can use shell, the twist, anyone, and you can use that and create something really, really amazing. Now we're going to add the eggs to here as well. So I'm just going to add in the eggs from the pan into this dish. And then we're just going to stir it together so everything gets nice and flavored. And then we're going to add in our pasta last. And look at that, guys. Look at that. Tell me if that's not looking good already. So something just, you know, insanely simple. Very, very simple. So guys, I just added in the pasta. And now I'm just going to stir in the veggie into the pasta like this. So you're just really bringing up everything from the bottom onto the top until the macaroni is coated. Until all your shells is coated with it. Now at this point you would taste when you finish toss everything together. So you need to know if you need to add more salt, because we already boiled the pasta with some of the salt, so in the water. So you know, you don't want to have your meal too salty. So I always recommend you do your taste test, just to make sure, you know, your meal is nice. And then you could always just garnish just with a little chive or even celery. You can do on the top. But look at that, guys. Look at that. And this is my version of a comfort meal on a rainy day, or you know, when you just have a lot to do and you just want something simple to whip up for your family. This is a great meal idea. So try this. As I said, guys, let me know in the comments, what are your comfort meals? You know, what you actually enjoy as a comfort meal with your family. Let me know if you ever tried this recipe and how you made yours. You know, it's good to share. I tell people this is a sharing platform. It's sharing ideas, sharing tips. Sometimes, you know, some people method might be easier, and I always like easy, quick fix meals. So, you know, send me your comments. Make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel, you know, and like our videos. Make sure to follow us on our TikTok. And until we meet again, look at that, guys. Look at that. Look at that. So this is deliciousness. So again, we'll do the taste test. And to me, this is perfect. Enough salt. I don't like my meal salty. And then you could always do like a little ketchup, because my son eats ketchup on his. So this is my meal on a budget, guys. So let me know when you try it, how yours came out, how it tasted. Love to hear your feedback. Until our next meal, enjoy.